Good morning, guys, from my budget hotel in East London, overlooking some other buildings. But it's not far from here that I'm going to be walking down to Greenwich Pier and taking an Uber boat. I think they're called these. They used to be called Thames Clippers, I think. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's known as an Uber boat these days, all the way up the Thames to Battersea Power Station. Well, that's the plan anyway. A bit of a change for the channel, this, and a new one for me. So let's see how it goes, and I'll talk to you again once I get to the other end. Yeah, so what a fantastic place to start a journey from. Right on the waterfront, where you have the Cutty Sark here, and just to the right of that is the entrance to the Greenwich pedestrian tunnel under the Thames. Now, Greenwich is, I guess, the centre of time, from where all your plus or minus hours around the world originate from. Now, many an adventurer has set off from here. Sir Francis Chichester, Joseph René Belleau, Noel Phillips, and of course myself, though I wouldn't be going anywhere like as far as those guys today. Although there was no one in the ticket office this morning, there was a very helpful lady just to the left of that, organising everyone into rows, depending on where they were going. You see, at this point there were various boats arriving and departing, and it was actually very useful to have somebody telling you which one was coming in next. And at the appropriate time, we were escorted down the gangway, where there is a typical Transport for London card reader, and you basically just tap in and out, like you would if you were using the Underground. You don't need an Oyster card, by the way, just use your credit debit card. Easy. We then waited for passengers to disembark from another boat that was heading off downstream before our boat to Battersea arrived. And you've probably noticed by this stage that it's a little bit choppy out on the river today, but I tell you what, they come in really quickly, don't they? And it doesn't take long to get the gangway out. A couple of passengers got off, and then we were aboard. Thanks a lot. Hi there. Nice friendly greeting from the deckhand, and just look at this interior. The seating, I reckon, is really quite plush, akin to at least premium economy on an aircraft, and probably a bit nicer than the tube, I think you'll agree. I will have a closer look at this later, but first of all, I headed for the rear of the boat. And it's quite a nice open area here, because even if it's raining, you've got a large roof that protrudes over most of the stern. Now have a listen to this as we begin to power away from the jetty. That's pretty impressive, that, isn't it? So just to clarify, Thames Clippers announced a partnership with Uber in 2020. And now Uber acquired the naming rights and thus rebranded the service as Uber Boats by Thames Clippers. Now our vessel was the 35 metre long Neptune Clipper, built in 2015 and with a passenger capacity of 150. It's one of 16 high-speed catamarans capable of doing 28 knots, which is 32 miles an hour or 51 kilometres an hour. We would be making a total of 8 stops between here and our final destination of Battersea Power Station. And this was a weekend service, which is called RB2 on the map, which, to be honest, I think it's more of a tourist thing than a real commuter service, this one. Anyway, I stayed on the back of the boat for a bit as it was a fantastic day for sightseeing. So please enjoy some of the scenery with me as we leave Canary Wharf behind us and head up to and under Waterloo Bridge. Right, so believe it or not, I'm actually going to do a loo review of this boat, and why not? And the toilet is located at the rear of the vessel, between the two doors to the interior here, and so it's only accessible from the decking area. The door is opened and closed with this latch lock here. There's a decent sized mirror above the sink, which also has a soap dispenser. To the left of the sink is a push button flush for the toilets, or heads as they are known in the sailing fraternity, which has plenty of grab rails and an emergency pull cord. There's also a baby change facility, or would that be for koalas perhaps? And opposite this is the hand dryer. Yeah, fully accessible, very clean, and everything works. Absolutely excellent, and what more do you need? So I came out and went to have a look at the interior. The seating in this part of the boat is laid out in a 2-3-3-2 configuration, and as you can see, these larger vessels have a fully licensed bar that also serves non-alcoholic hot and cold drinks plus snacks. There are TVs to watch if you get bored of the sights, and I believe that Wi-Fi is available, but only at the piers according to their website. Now the seats in this area are large and with decent padding and metal armrests. They don't look as comfortable as the luxury seats at the front of the boat, to be honest, but they were smart enough for me. And in the seat back pouch we have the safety card detailing the life jackets and evacuation procedure. All in all, it was very much like being on an aircraft, but with better seats, and as you can see, a much better legroom too. Anyway, I was heading back outside as I didn't really want to miss any more of the famous London landmarks. We're proceeding now from the Hungerford and Golden Jubilee bridges to our final destination of Battersea Power Station. Time to do a bit more sightseeing, I think. Okay, so about 50 minutes after departing from Greenwich, we arrived at Battersea Power Station, where, as you can see, we disembarked via the rear gangway. Before I summarise the journey, I want to tell you how much I paid, and the total price, one way, using the card reader to tap in and tap out, as you can see here, was £10 and 60, according to my bank statement anyway. Now, if you buy the same journey on the Thames Clippers website, which I'll link to below, the price is only £8.20. So whilst it's easy to use the Transport for London card readers, if you're able to plan in advance, a booking via the website or app will currently be £2.40 cheaper. And I reckon that's some of the best value sightseeing you're going to get in London. But let me know what you think. Have you tried this journey? As always, guys, your comments are most welcome. And I've just arrived here at Battersea Power Station, all the way from Greenwich on the Thames Clipper, aka the Uber boat. I'll tell you what, that was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. There's some fantastic sights, some fantastic bridges, and all the iconic landmarks that you would expect to see in London. Absolutely fantastic. I would definitely recommend this to anybody who is wanting to spend an hour or so in the capital city. Until the next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. I shall catch you on another adventure soon, and cheers for now.